This is the Wabash County Public Library oral history program interviewing Jim Fultz at the Huntington YMCA, January 3rd, 1973. Jim, let me ask you the first question. What is your birth date?
August the 4th, 1884.
That makes you how old this year?
88.
Where were you born?
About a mile east of the Hopewell Church in Wabash County.
And what did your father do?
He was a farmer.
And your mother?
Well, she was a farmer's wife raising us kids.
Good. What are the earliest recollections that you have of living on this farm a mile east of the Hopewell Church?
Well, I was born and raised there. I suppose I was just an ordinary youngster.
Where did you go to school?
Hopewell School, a mile west of the farm.
And do you remember any of your early teachers or the principal, and what kind of a school? Was it a one-room school?
It was a one-room school, all 8 grades in the one room.
Who was your teacher?
Well, there was a lot of them. Fanny Dalton was one, and Mary McDonald, and there was another one over there that I remember. Well, I've forgotten most of them.
Do you remember some of your classmates from school back in those days?
Yeah, there was a Troxel, quite a family of the Troxels, and Hopperts, and a lot of them around there, McClures and Millers.
Was your father's family a native of Wabash County, or did he come from Wabash from someplace else, do you remember?
Well, he was born in eastern part of Ohio and come to Wabash when he was just a mere kid.
Did his family come there to homestead land, or?
Yes, they homesteaded on a farm a mile east of Hopewell and a mile north.
Do you remember your father telling you any stories of the early days when he came there?
No, I don't believe I do remember that. I remember I tore the log cabin down that they built when they come there and settled in the wilderness there.
Was there anything unusual about it?
Nothing, I guess, only about what all of them had.
Was Gene Stratton-Porter's family around when you were a kid?
Yeah, they was right north of the Hopewell Church. The Hopewell Church was built on their farm, and Gene Stratton was raised around there. There's Mr. Stratton and Mrs. Stratton, and the Lenny that drowned in the Wabash River is all buried there.
Were they around when you were a kid?
Yes, yeah, they was around in there, just a little before my time, but I remember them quite well.
Was Mr. Stratton was he the minister at the church?
He was an ordained preacher. He organized the church there in a log cabin where the brick building now stands. He was a minister there at that time.
Do you remember? Is that where your family went to church?
Yes.
Do you remember him at all?
No, I don't remember him. I remember he had a nephew that was on the board of directors at the Hopewell Cemetery there, and he had 2 sisters that lived in Fort Wayne, and they come down there every 2 or 3 times a year.
Was the author, Gene Stratton, was she around there when you were a kid?
Yeah, she was. She used to come to see the folks after my folks moved to Lake Grove, and she used to come and see them in Lake Grove there after they moved.
Was this before she married Mr. Porter?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
What do you remember of her as seeing her as a young lady?
Well, I don't remember so much about that. I know she was out in the woods a lot and around inspecting birds and one thing and another that way. And
Was she a nice-looking woman?
she was.
How would you describe her?
Well, I don't know how to describe a woman, but she was nice looking. She was a nice person.
Did you ever read any of her books?
No, I didn't. I never did. I should have, but I didn't. I didn't do much reading at that time.
How long did you go to school there in this one-room school?
Well, 8 years, and then I started to high school in Lake Grove. Went 1 year and started in on another, and I just couldn't get away from the farm, so I just went back.
What year would that have been?
Well, I don't know that I can figure that.
Let me see, what year were you born?
How's that?
What year were you born?
84.
84, and 6 would be 90, you'd start to school, and 10 years later be right around 1900.
Yeah.
When you quit school formally and went to work on the farm. Yeah. Do you remember the Spanish-American War?
No, I remember when one of the Troxels boys was in the war, and he come back home. I remember seeing him go up the road, and we was playing ball there at the school at noon.
After the war?
After the war.
Do you remember any Civil War veterans being around town or being around for the parades or anything?
Well, they had parades every once in a while there, but I don't remember any of the Civil War veterans.
Was there an old gentleman around there by the name of Grandpa Parker or something there in LaGrove?
Noe Parker?
Yes.
Yeah, he ran a restaurant there in Lake Grove.
Do you remember him?
Oh, yeah. That was our loafing place.
Yeah. Where was this restaurant, LaGrove?
It was right below where the big Todd residence is there, right out there towards the corner.
How did you get into town in those days?
Horse and buggy?
Did your father have several horses on the farm for you to ride?
Oh, yes. Yeah, we had used to do a lot of horseback riding, and to the organizations they had at the school building and all. So along, we used to ride horses to them and so forth and so on.
When did you finally take over the farm?
Oh, it must have been in let's see.
Before World War I?
Yeah. I can't just remember the date now, but it was...
You quit high school around 1900, and how many years later was it then?
Well, when I remember I was elected secretary of the Hopewell Cemetery Society there, and that was in 1907. And I was married then in 1911.
Had you taken over the farm before 1907?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And how many acres was it?
132 acres.
All done by horse and man?
Mm-hmm. All of it.
Hired hands?
Well, I done, after I took the farm over, I done the most of the work myself, but only in harvest time would hire help then.
How did you put your crops and acreage out in those days?
Oh, the two-horse walking plow, such as that, and harrow, all horsepower, you know.
Did you have many workhorses on the farm, and what kinds were they?
Well, we had about 5 or 6 head of workhorses. Father used to raise horses, and we'd break them then and put them into work and then sell them.
Would horse buyers come to your place to buy horses?
Exactly. So yeah, always did.
Was there anyone from Wabash that would come out there?
Oh, that Calvert brothers run the horse barn there in Wabash. They was out there, and then there was a feller always went through there by the name of Renner, Bob Renner. He hauled the horse buyers around over the country and hunted them up for him.
How much would a good horse have sold for in those days?
Well, they used to sell for a pretty good price, but then they got down to where you could buy a good horse for $90. Too many of them, I guess.
Were any of these Belgians?
Yeah, there's quite a lot of Belgian horses around Wabash.
Did you have any on your farm?
Yeah, we had Belgium, that is, part wasn't full-blooded, but part work horses, you know.
What year did you get married, Jim?
1911.
And what was your wife's maiden name?
Wendell, Elma Wendell.
And how did you happen to meet her?
Well, we was raised right up there from kids up in the school there, you know, and all. And I knew her from childhood up, as far as that's concerned.
Did her family have a farm also?
They farmed one of the Depew farms south of the church there before they bought the farm of their own east of the church.
Did you have any children, Jim?
Just one.
And name and...
Margaret.
And what year was she born?
In 1916. She teaches school here in Huntington now.
How long did you stay on the farm?
Well, we come up here in 58. I was on the farm I run the farm up till a year before we left it, and then we sold the farm and moved to Huntington.
What would you say in all those 50 years that you farmed the biggest change was on the farm itself?
Well, when it jumped from horses to tractor, when I got on the tractor, well, I thought I was just going to tear up everything. But we used the tractors and the machinery that way a long while before I left the farm. What next?
Jim, do you remember the first train ride that you took?
Well, I don't remember the train ride so much. We used to ride on the trolley line. Drive the horse and buggy to Wabash or to Lake Grove and tie it to the hitching post and take the trolley to Wabash and on Saturday nights celebrate a little.
How much was a trolley ride from Le Gros to Wabash?
Oh, I don't just remember now. It seems to me like it was a little 10 cents when it started, something like that.
Do you remember the first telephone on the farm?
Yes. Yeah, we thought that was something. Pretty near afraid to look at it, feared to go talking to me.
How old were you when you first saw it?
Oh, I don't know how old I was. I was a big kid long enough to take an interest in one thing or another, you know. And
when did go ahead.
That telephone business on the farm, that was a good place to eavesdrop. So forth and so on. I didn't say I did, but then
it was a good place to do it. When did you get electricity on the farm?
That I can't tell you. I know there was a line run, high-powered line run through there, right past the farm there from Wabash to Huntington, but I don't remember the date.
Well, was that in the 30s?
I suppose it was somewhere there. Yeah.
What do you remember of your first radio?
Well, we had a I don't remember what you'd call a blooming thing. It set up on the table, and then it had a big horn that you see. Got it to Tom Butler at Marion. That was a great thing. That's about all I remember about it.
Do you remember first automobile you saw?
Yeah.
What was it? What was the occasion?
Oh, we'd been married quite a while then. It was one of the old Maxwells. We thought it was a wonderful car.
Did you take a ride in a car soon after they came out?
Oh yes, I learned to ride it right away, and couldn't keep me away from it then.
Well, how about television? Do you remember when that sort of snuck up on us?
No, I don't remember. So I know it jumped from one thing to another there, but I can't remember just followed through. I can't remember the dates and all. But,
what do you think's been the greatest change in your life? I mean, the greatest invention or discovery?
Well, I suppose when coming in the farming line, it'd be from the one-horse plow climbed on up to tractors. When I got the first tractor, it was one of them big iron high-wheeled tractors, pulled a 16-inch plow, and I was riding paradise.
How much did it cost?
Well, I don't remember I don't remember at all the cost of it now. I didn't keep track of anything that way, and it wasn't as high as they are now. I know that.
I would agree. They're not as high as they are now. Have you always voted, Jim?
Always did.
What ticket?
Republic.
Did you vote for Roosevelt even in the Depression? Franklin Roosevelt.
Well, I suppose I did.
Well, 32, he run against Hoover?
Yeah, and Theodore Roosevelt used to go to ride in the Rough Riders.
Don't tell me you voted for him, too.
No, but then I was just a kid in my teens then, We'd go to, I remember we went to Wabash to Rough Ride parade, and he was late. Didn't get there in time, and us kids wanted to see him so bad, but Dad thought we had to go home and get the chores done, so I missed him.
I'd never known that he'd been to Wabash.
Yeah, he was there.
Yeah. Did you, what was it like for you during the Depression? That's the one of the 30s.
I didn't get that.
What was your life like on the farm during the Depression?
Well, it wasn't very good because the banks went to failing, and I'd bought a 80-acre farm and paying out on payments, and it was just pretty tough. I thought, well, we'll never make it. My wife said we wouldn't, but we did. But there's a lot of work about it.
Did you go in debt?
Absolutely.
Did you ever think there was a time that you'd never pull out?
Well, I didn't think, I kind of had hopes all the time. My wife gave it up, but then we had a storm through there in 1922 that cleaned us out. Then we had, that was worse than ever.
What, a tornado or a flood?
A tornado. It tore the barn down, and hog house and granary and 2 hen houses, and moved the house about 20 foot off of the foundation.
Have any insurance in those days?
Oh yes, yeah, I had insurance.
Did that cover the damages?
No, should say it didn't.
How much did you have to put out of your own pocket?
Well, just went in debt for all I could get on the farm, and then went to work.
Over these years, has there been anyone in person or persons in particular that stick out in your mind as being particularly close or generous or kind or thoughtful to you over these years?
Well, there's a lot of them that way. I always liked people, and I tried to get along with them all, and there's a lot of them that was just good people.
Was there any bums along the line that try to stick you or take your money or cheat you someplace and that you've never forgotten?
No, they didn't. They didn't do such work as that then like they do now. I missed that.
Well, maybe you were born at the right time then. What do you do now that you're 88 years old?
Well, I work here at the Y 6 days a week. And that's about it.
You enjoy reading, I know, and you enjoy your television, and you live with your daughter, and you enjoy just good health, I would say, generally in good health.
My health is wonderful. I just try to keep going all the time. When I first come up here, I went to work on Jefferson Street crossing at Central School. I worked there for 10 years. Then I thought Everett Gosshorn was he was principal of school there, was among the best men I ever met, and it was through him then I got down here at the Y, and now I think Kelly's about as good as you get them.
Let's try our tape. Jim, I got a question here that I bet you can give me a lot of information on. What year did you join the Ku Klux Klan?
I didn't join it.
Why not?
I don't know. I didn't. I wasn't interested. That's about all I know. Once in a while, I'd go to one of the meetings, but not just a couple of times.
Did they have a group out there in LeGros that belonged to the Klan?
Yeah. Quite a large group.
Where did they meet there in LeGros?
Oh, they used to meet around different places, and sometimes in a grove out somewhere up around Belden there, and different places that way.
But you never joined?
No.
Well, darn few escaped joining the Klan.
Well, I just didn't join. That's about all I can say. I had chance enough to, but then I wasn't interested.
Who were some of the doctors in LeGros back in those days when you were raising your daughter?
Dr. Bloomer and Biggerstaff, and I don't remember. I know Dr. Bloomer was the main doctor there when I was a kid growing up.
Did you go to church at the Hopewell Church?
Yeah.
You and your wife and your daughter maintained your membership there?
You mean now?
No.
Then, yeah, we did then, yeah.
When didn't they close down in the late 20s or?
In 24.
And then where did you go?
We went to Lake Grove.
To the Methodist Church?
Mm-hmm.
How was LeGros back in those days?
Oh, it was a thriving little town. But
Jim, what was the flu epidemic like during World War I?
The what?
Flu epidemic, you remember that?
Yeah. It was pretty bad around there. We all had a touch of it and quarantined us.
Did you ever catch any of these diseases that were roaming around, the flu or anything like that during these epidemics?
Oh, I had the flu, yes, but not hard. But I was always pretty lucky about getting diseases.
Your farm was not on low land, was it?
No, it's what you call a kind of a sandy loam, and it was good producing land, but then it wasn't low black ground.
Was it close to water?
Well, the wells, they finally had to get down over 100 and some feet to get water.
But you weren't close to the river?
No, the river was down, running through Lake Grove, about 4 miles south.
Have you ever taken an airplane ride, Jim?
No.
Would you ever like to?
No.
Any reason?
I always like to have one foot on the ground.
When did your wife die, Jim? What year was that?
In 64.
Had she been sick a long time?
Yeah, she was sick a long while, for years, I'd say 20 years.
Did your father live to an old age, Jim?
He lived to be 85. My mother was 85, and they died 2 months apart.
Now you have brothers or sisters living?
I have two sisters living.
How old are they now?
Well, they're 10 years younger than I am. They'd be up around 70, a little better.
I'll be darned. What do you attribute your long life to?
Oh, I don't know. I haven't got no recipe. I just always I worked hard in my younger days, and I just got the habit, and I just try to keep going.
Did you ever drink?
No.
Smoke?
No.
Well, that's about all there's left. Do you have any comments on today's society and kids and that? I mean, here you are right in the midst. How would you describe your job? What would you call yourself if I asked you, what do you do?
Well, you mean...
right now.
Well, the kids nowadays is kind of a little hard to control as far as that's concerned, but when you have to sum it up, why, there's a lot of nice ones. About 99% of them I think is good, but then sometimes when they get older they kind of drift, I guess.
Well, what would you say if I asked you what job do you have now at 88? What would you call it?
I didn't get that.
What is your job right here?
Well, it's just I have the job here is just keeping the records back here and letting the ones in and out of the pool and the gymnasium when their time comes, and so forth and so on.
If I were to put this in the Wabash paper, what would you want me to describe it as?
Well, it's a pretty nice job. I like it, and it gets a little rough sometimes. But then, if you be patient with them and all, I think I get along pretty good with them. They're once in a while you get one that you've just got to clamp down on him, but then it works out. I like it. I like to be among the youngsters, and a lot of these old fossils, I'm among them too.
Do you think it's unusual at 88 to still be working?
What's that?
Do you think that it's unusual at age 88 to still be working?
Oh, I don't know. Whether it is or whether it's not, I was, as far as that's concerned, I was never sick a day in my life that I know of, and didn't need no doctor and so forth and so on. But then I think a person, the whole thing of it is you just say you're going to keep it going and just go and take care of yourself too, and so forth and so on, and give about 3 good meals a day and don't eat too much candy between meals. And So I think it works out pretty good.
Were you ever overweight?
No, I weighed around 100 and no, I weigh now around 150. No, 130. 130 and 125 or 130. I never varied in my life from that weight.
You never had trouble with being overweight?
No, never had time to.
Yeah, are you ever hard of hearing, Jim?
I'm troubled that way right now.
You wear a hearing aid?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Does it help?
Oh, it helps. It helps a lot, of course. Without it, it'd be pretty tough, but it's pretty tough with it too. And it's, I suppose they're all alike. I've got my second one, but it picks up the outside noise quicker than it does something close to you. And so when you get into a lot of noise, why, you've got trouble, but then...
Well, we're about ready to finish this off. Is there any comments you'd like to make for history?
Well, no, I don't believe so. I think, of course, there'll be a lot of things I'll think of after it's over, but then...
Well, I thanks to you, Jim Fultz, and this is George Dingledye from the Wabash County Public Library, January 3rd, 1973.